let me introduce to you the representative of Group 6. Bian Christine, Rachel Ander Rojas, me, and Marjibet Solis.
Good day everyone! So this is the presentation of Group 6 about conic section. But first, let me explain what is conic section. Conic section is the intersection of a plane and a cone. In conic section, we have circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. Note that the circle are a special type of an ellipse, and the parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola are basic conic section. So now, I will introduce to you Miss Bian Alcira to explain what is circle.
Guys, I'm Ate Bian. I'm here to discuss what is circle. A circle is set all points that have equal distance are called radius. To fix point, C which is called center, the radius and the center completely determine the circle. Let HK be the center of the circle and R be the radius. Suppose XY is a point on the circle, then the distance between X and Y and the center is R. Hence, R is the square root of X minus H quantity square plus Y minus K quantity square, or R squared is equal to X minus H quantity square plus Y minus K quantity squared.
Ang unang example natin sa circle is find the center radius form of the circle having the equation x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 2y minus 15 equals 0. And sketch the graph. So, yung formula natin is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equal r squared. So, yung pangalawa, susulat natin is x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 9 y squared plus minus 2y plus 1 equal 15 plus 9 plus 1. So, nakuha natin yung 9 sa dinivide natin yung 6 divided by 2 equal 3. So, kukuha natin yung square root ng 3 is 9. So, kaya naging 9 yan. So, yung kabila naman, y squared minus 2y plus 1. Yung 1 natin, nakuha natin sa pag-divide natin ng negative 2 divided by 2. So, negative 1 yung sagot. Tapos, kukuha natin yung square root ng negative 1, magiging positive 1. Then, kaya naging positive 1. Then, 15 plus 9 plus 1. Tinapi lang natin yung 1 at saka yung 9. So, sunod natin gagawin is factor natin. Ang factor ng x squared plus 6x plus 9 is x plus 3 quantity squared. Tapos yung kabila naman yung y squared minus 2y plus 1. Ang factor niya is y minus 1 quantity squared. Then copy natin yung 25. Saan natin ako ng 25? Doon sa pinag-plus natin yung 15 plus 9 plus 1. So, yung x plus 3, yung h natin dito is yung negative 3. Tapos itong y minus 1, ang hk natin is itong 1. So, ang square root ng 25 is 5. So, ang radius natin is 5. Then, ito yung pagkasulat nito. X plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 1 quantity squared equal 25. Yun. So, yung square root natin is 5, diba? Tapos, yung center natin is yung negative 3 and positive 1. Ang radius natin is 5. So, sa graph tayo. Sa center, dun tayo magsimula magbilang tayo ng 5 pa left. So, kasi yung 5 kasi yun ang radius natin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito yung radius natin sa left. Ito sa right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito yung radius natin sa right. Tapos itong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radius sa taas. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radius sa baba. So, pagkatapos natin malaman yung radius, mag-draw tayo ng circle. Pag alam tama yung pagka-graph natin. Second example natin is write the equation of the circle centered at 2, negative 5, and with radius 6. So, ang solution natin, substitute natin yung h equal to k equal negative 5 and r equal 6. Ang formula natin is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equal r squared. Next, susulat natin x minus 2 quantity squared plus y minus negative 5 quantity squared equals 6 squared. Simplify natin. So, x minus 2 quantity squared plus y plus 5 quantity squared equal 36. Yung negative 5 naging positive 5 kasi yung sign. Then itong 6 nakuha natin sa square root ng 6. So 6 times 6 36, kaya yan 36. So ito na yung pinaka final answer natin sa number 2 example.
May natutunan ba kayo sa circle? Di ba madali lang? So, kung ganon, let me introduce to you Miss Rachel Andrejas to explain what is parabola.
Ate Vians discusses what circle is. Now, I am here to discuss what parabola is. So when we say parabola, it is a curve where any point is at an equal distance from a fixed point, which is the focus, and the fixed line, which is the directrix. We should be familiar in parts of the parabola, which is the axis. It is the line that passes through the focus and is perpendicular to the directrix. Now, we're going to the vertex. It is the point of intersection of the axis in the parabola. This is the so-called the midpoint of the focus and the directrix. When we say the distance from the vertex to the focus or directrix, it is the focal distance A. Lastly, the latus rectum. It is the segment passing through the focus and having its endpoints on the parabola. Take note that the length of the latus rectum is 4c.
The first question that comes into our mind is what we need to know. So now, the equation of a vertical or horizontal parabola with vertex 0, 0. We should know that focus at F0C and directrix the line y is equals to negative c is x squared is equals to 4cy, which falls under first case. And focus at FC0 and directrix the line x is equals to negative c is y squared is equals to 4cx, which falls under the second case. Now, let's move on in our example number 1. So, example number 1 is sketch the parabola x squared is equals to 16y, showing its focus, directrix, and latus rectum. So, the solution must be x squared is equals to 16y falls under the first case. So, we will use x squared is equals to 4cy, having focus at F0c and directrix at line y is equals to negative c. In order to get the value of c, we should use the formula x squared is equals to 4cy over x squared is equals to 4y, which is the value of 16 and 4. So we will divide 16 over 4 or 16 divided by 4. So 16 divided by 4 is equals to 4. So now, I can finally say that c is equals to 4. And in order to get the focus, just substitute the value of c. And now, we're here to get the value of directrix, which is y is equals to negative c. And as I was saying before, c is equals to 4. Just substitute y is equals to negative c. Now, it'll turn to y is equals to negative 4. For us to get the latus rectum, we'll just first, the length of latus rectum is equals to the absolute value of 4c, which is equals to 16. So, 16 over 2 is equals to 8. Therefore, we'll get the endpoints, which is 8, 4 and negative 8, 4. And now, I will show you how I graph this parabola. This blue dot represents the vertex, which is at point 0, 0. Then, these green dots represents the focus, where is at point 0, 4. Then, the two orange dot represents the endpoints, which is at point 8 and 8, 4 and negative 8, 4. While on the other hand, this yellow dot represents the directrix, which is at line y is equals to negative 4. So I am here to explain if the equation of a vertical or horizontal parabola in standard form VHK. You can predict the first case if the focus is at F, HK plus C, and the directrix, the line y is equals to k minus c, is x minus h, the quantity squared, is equals to 4c, the quantity of y minus k. And the second case appear when the focus is at FH plus C, K, and directrix, the line x is equals to h minus c, is the y minus k, the quantity squared, is equals to 4c, the quantity of x minus h. And now, I can conclude that you can solve it as easy as you know. So we're gonna try the example number 2. So, sketch the parabola showing vertex, focus, directrix, and latus rectum with the equation of y squared plus 4y minus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0. The solution must be y squared plus 4y minus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0 falls under the second case, so the equation must be focus at focus h plus c, k, and directrix, the line x is equals to h minus c, is y minus k, the quantity squared, is equals to 4c, the quantity of x minus h. First of all, we should write the given, which is y squared plus 4y minus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0. Then, group the x and y terms, which is the quantity of y squared plus 4y blank is equals to 4x plus 8 plus blank. Then, complete the square by adding the additional terms to each side of the equation, which is the quantity of y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equals to the quantity of 4x plus 8 plus 4. And it will become y squared, the quantity of y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equals to the quantity of 4x plus 12. And where the 12 came from? 12 came from 8 plus 4. And lastly, we write the factored form, which is the quantity of y plus 2 squared is equals to 4 quantity x plus 3. The vertex will be at point -3, -2. In order to get the c, we'll just divide 4c over 4. And 4c over 4 is equals to c is equals to 1. And for us to get the focus, we're gonna use the solution f h plus c k and substitute. The value of h is equals to -3, while the c is equals to 1 and k is equals to 2. So -3 plus 1 is equals to -2, and copy the k, which is 2. So finally, the focus will be -2, 2. For us to find the directrix, we're gonna substitute x is equals to h minus c, where h is equals to -3 and c is equals to +1. So -3 minus 1 is equals to -4. Therefore, the directrix is at line x is equals to -4. For us to get the axis, we'll just use y is equals to k, which is the k is equals to 2. Therefore, the axis is equals to y is equals to 2. So now, let's graph the parabola with the equation of y squared plus 4y minus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0. Pagpasensyahan nyo na po yung graph ko because struggle is real po talaga. By the way, naiintindihan naman, so yeah. The blue dot that you can see is the so-called vertex, which is at point -3, -2. While the green dot represents the focus, which is at point -2 and +2. The two yellow dots is the so-called endpoints, which is at point -1, 0 and -1, -4. And the orange line is the directrix, which is at line x is equals to -4.
As expected, nadalian lang kayo. And now, alam kong ready na kayo upang pakinggan ang presentation ni Mr. Clint Gutsi.
Ngayon, na-discuss na ni Ate Rachel ang parabola. And nandito ako para i-discuss ang ellipse. What is ellipse? Is the locus of all points in the plane. The sum of those distance from two fixed points is constant or the called foci. The center is the midpoint of the segment between the foci. And the principal axis is the line that passes through the foci, may be horizontal or vertical. And the vertex is the point of intersection of the axis with the ellipse two vertices. And the major axis is the segment between the vertices 2a length. And the minor axis is the segment with the endpoints of ellipse perpendicularly dissecting the major axis 2b length. The co-vertices is the endpoints of minor axis. And the segment between the foci has length 2c. So as you can see, this is the table of graph of an ellipse with the center at the origin. Take note, let b greater than a less than c, and the variables a, b, and c are related according to equation c, which is equal to square root of a squared minus b squared. Mamaya gagamitin natin yung formula yan mamaya pag dumating na tayo sa example. Meron tayong first case and second case. In the first case, the foci is positive negative c0 and the vertices is at positive negative a0. The equation in the first case is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equals to 1. Kapag nasa first case, ang ibig sabihin, ang major axis is horizontal. Next is the second case. Foci in the second case is at 0, positive, negative, c. And the vertices is at 0, positive, negative, a. And the equation of second case is y squared over a squared plus x squared over b squared is equals to 1. Sa second case naman, ang major axis is vertical. Let's have an example. Sketch the parabola showing its vertices and foci. X squared over 100 plus y squared over 64 is equals to 1. Note that kung alin ang pinamalaking denominator, yun ang ating vertices or a. Then a squared is equals to 100 and b squared is equals to 64. Then a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 8. This equation falls under the first case. Then we're going to find the foci or yung ating c. In finding c, we have the formula c is equal to the square root of a squared minus b squared. Then substitute lang natin, so we have 100 minus 64 is equal to the square root of 36 is equals to 6. So c, yung c natin is equals to 6. Once na nakuha na natin ang a, b, and c or c vertices, co-vertices, and foci, pwede na tayong mag-graph. Since the center is at the origin, as you can see, the blue dot represents the center. The foci represents the green dot, which is positive, negative, 6, 0. And the vertices is the point positive, negative, 10, 0, which is the yellow dot. And lastly is the co-vertices, which is at point 0, positive, negative, 8, and that is the orange dot. So next, this is the table of graph of an ellipse. The center is at point HK. And this table will help you para mapadali kayo sa pag-solve na sa equation ng ellipse. In first case, the foci is at point H positive, negative, C, K, and the vertices is at point H positive, negative, A, K. The equation for the first case is x minus h quantity squared over a squared plus y minus k quantity squared over b squared is equals to 1. While in the second case, the foci is at point hk positive negative c and the vertices is at point hk positive negative in a in. And the equation for the second case is y minus k quantity squared over a squared plus x minus a quantity squared over b squared is equals to 1. First case is horizontal and the second case is vertical. Example number 2. Find an equation of an ellipse in the standard form given the center 2, 4. The major axis is vertical and has length of 8 units long. This is falls under second case. The major axis is vertical. Hindi na tayo mag-graph dito kasi ang hinahanap lang ay the equation of an ellipse. So, the length of major axis is 2a equals to 16, then a is equals to 8. And the length of minor axis is 2b equals to 4, then b equals to 2. Then substitution na tayo. Y minus k quantity squared over a squared plus x minus h quantity squared over b squared equals to 1. Then substitution. Y minus 4, sa natin nakuha yung 4, ang value ng ating k is 4. Then 8 squared, sa natin nakuha yung 8, ang value ng ating a is 8. Then plus x minus 2, sa natin nakuha yung 2, ang value ng ating h is 2. Then quantity squared over 2, sa natin nakuha yung 2, ang value ng ating b is 2 equals to 1. Then y minus 4 quantity squared 64, sa natin nakuha yung 64, 8 times 8 equals to 64. Then x minus 2 squared over 4, sa natin nakuha yung 4, 2 times 2 equals to 4, then equals to 1. Na natuto kayo sa aking tinuro na ellipse at nandito si Miss Margie Betsolis para i-discuss ang hyperbola.
So, ayan. Thank you, Kuya Clint. And for today, I'm going to explain what is hyperbola. A hyperbola is like an ellipse. It is determined by a constant into fixed point is called focus point. However, instead of the sum of being a constant as with an ellipse, in the case of hyperbola, the difference between to the distance is constant. Note that the hyperbola has two branches. It can either right or left or up and down, and it depends whether the foci are on the horizontal or vertical axis. Let's go on the parts of hyperbola. First is the principal axis. It is the line passing through the foci. Next is the vertices. It is the 2 points of the hyperbola lie on the principal axis. The transfer axis is a line segment joining the vertices. Note that the transfer axis is 2a long. Next is the center. The center, it is the midpoint of the transfer axis. Note that the center is a unit away from a vertex and c unit away from a focus. And lastly, conjugate axis. It is the segment perpendicular to the transfer axis and joining points b units from the center. Note that the conjugate axis is 2b long.
So, ayan, take note. Ito yung mga kailangan natin laging tandaan. That among A and B and C, the largest is always C. And we know that the standard form of the ellipse and hyperbola are the same. They are both equal to 1. But the difference between them is the operation. Next is, this is the equation of an hyperbola with the center at point 0, 0. In the first case, the foci is at positive negative z0 and the vertices at positive negative a0. And the equation of the first case is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. Sa second case naman, ang foci is at point 0 positive negative c and the vertices is at point 0 positive negative a. And the equation for the second case is y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared is equal to 1. So let's have an example. Sketch the hyperbola with a center at the origin in standard form. X squared over 49 minus y squared over 25 is equal to 1. Next is substitution. A squared is equal to 49, B squared is equal to 25 because katabi ni 25 ang minus sign. And A squared is equal to 7 and B squared is equal to 5. So, nawawala si C. So, we need to find C or the foci. To find C, we have the formula C is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. Then, substitute lang natin yung 49 plus 25 is equal to the square root of 74. And gagawin natin siyang decimal kasi ipaplat natin siya. So, we have C is equal to 8.6. This equation falls under the first case, so we're going to substitute it so that its foci are at point positive negative z0 and it's equal to positive negative 8.60, and its vertices are at point positive negative a 0 is equal to positive negative 7 0. Meanwhile, the endpoints of conjugate axis are at positive negative 5 since the center is at the origin. After that, and as you can see, yan po ang aking graph. And the blue dot represent the center which is at point 0, 0. And the green dot, it represent the foci which is positive negative 8.60. Next is the vertices which is the yellow dot and it is positive negative 7, 0. Lastly is the orange dot, conjugate axis at point 0, positive negative 5. After natin maglagay ng dot or point, we're going to draw a rectangle from vertices to conjugate axis. And we're going to put an asymptote from the center hanggang sa corner, para alam natin kung saan ibubuka or hanggang saan lang ibubuka si hyperbola. Next is the equation of hyperbola with center at HK in standard form. In the first case, the foci are at point H positive negative CK and the vertices are at point H positive negative AK, and the standard form of the first case is x minus h quantity squared over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared over b squared is equal to 1. Next is the second case. As you can see, binaliktad lang siya kung ano yung nasa first case. So, let's have an example. Graph the hyperbola with center at HK in standard form y minus 1 quantity squared over 9 minus x plus 2 quantity squared over 16 is equal to 1. So, ang a squared natin is equal to 9 and b squared is equal to 16 kasi katabi niya si minus sign. Then, a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 4. So, nawawala na naman si c. We're going to use the formula c is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. Then, substitute natin which is 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. Then, hanapin natin ang square root ng 25 which is 5. So, C is equal to 5. This falls under the second case with HK is equal to positive 1 and negative 2. So, as you can see, ang ating focus or ang foci natin ay nasa point positive 1 and 3 and point positive 1, negative 7. At ang vertices naman natin ay nasa positive 1, 1 and positive 1, negative 5. Meanwhile, the endpoints of the conjugate axis are at point negative 2, negative 3, and negative 2, positive 5. Next is mag-graph na tayo and this is my graph. So, ayan. Ang center natin is at point positive 1, negative 2. And kung makikita nyo dito sa graph, yun yung kulay blue. And the focus naman is yung kulay yellow which is at point positive 1, 3, and positive 1, negative 7. Ang vertex naman natin is kulay green. It's at point 1, 1, and 1, negative 5. Ang conjugate axis natin ay nasa negative 3 tsaka positive 5. Nakuha ko siya kasi, di ba, ang value ng b natin or b is equal to 4. Nag-count lang tayo ng 4 mula sa center hanggang pa left and right. Then, magdodraw ulit tayo ng rectangle from conjugate to vertices and magdodraw tayo ng asymptote center from each corner para alam natin kung saan bubuka or hanggang saan lang bubuka si hyperbola. So, yun lang. Sana po ay meron kayong natutunan at naintindihan sa aking i-discuss tungkol sa hyperbola. Yun lamang. Salamat!
Sobrang hirap kung ating titingnan. Pero pag naintindihan, mapapasabi ka na lang, ay, madali pala yan. So when we say circle, it is when x and y are both squared and the coefficients on them are the same, including the sign. For example, x squared plus y squared plus 6y minus 2y minus 15 is equals to 0. So, parabola is when either x or y is squared but not both. For example, y squared plus 4y minus 4x minus 8 is equals to 0. So, ellipse is when x and y are both squared and the coefficients are positive but different. For example, x squared over 100 plus y squared over 64 is equals to 1. And lastly, we have hyperbola, when x and y are both squared but the sign is negative. For example, x squared over 100 minus y squared over 64 is equals to 1. So that's how easy we can determine if where the equation should belong.
That's the end of our discussion. Once again, I'm Bianca Alcira, the representative of Circle. Rachel Anderojas, the one who discussed parabola. Grant Cusi, the one who explained ellipse. And last but not the least, Margie Betsolis, the one who expand hyperbola. We hope you guys something learned from us. That's all. Thank you.